Here's an example in which we are finding the sine of 2a and the cosine of 2a. So this is section 9.3, which is all about double angle and half angle formulas. So for the sine of 2a here, we need to look at the formula. So if you go to the formula sheet that I posted for you on the Canvas course site, double angle identities, and here are the half angle identities. So this section is all about these guys. So the double angle identities, sine of 2x is 2 sine cosine. Here's another version, but we really just want to deal with this one. Sine of x is 2 sine cosine. So let's take a look. So this is going to be 2 sine of a cosine of a. Makes sense, right? Up here I'll write the formula. Sine of 2x is 2 sine x cosine x. So if that becomes an a, then the x just becomes an a. Okay, and then what is that? 2, what's the sine of a? 4/5. And what's the cosine of a? Negative 3/5. Now, how does a whole number like 2 interact with fractions? Well, you've got to put the 2 over 1. Whenever you have a whole number interacting with fractions, you put it over 1, and then you just multiply straight. So 2 times 4 times 3. 2 times 4 is 8, times 3 is 24. On the bottom, 1 times 5 is 5, times 5 is 25, and it's negative because there's one negative sign. So there's our answer, negative 24/25 to part A. And now for part B down here, cosine of 2a. Well, the cosine formula, let me write it right up here. If you go down here and grab the cosine formula, you see it? Cosine of 2x is cosine squared minus sine squared. There's some other versions which we will use at other times, but right now we just want the main first one. Cosine of 2x is cosine squared minus sine squared. So cosine of double an angle, let's see if you understand that. Cosine of double an angle is a cosine squared of the regular angle minus the sine squared of the regular angle. Let's do it. So we've got cosine of 2a is cosine squared of the regular angle minus sine squared of the regular angle, right? That's what the formula says. If you have the double angle, that's cosine squared of the regular angle minus sine squared of the regular angle. So see, what we're doing in the double angle and half angle formula section here is we're taking information about the sine of the regular angle A and the cosine of the regular angle A and using it to find the cosine of 2A or the sine of 2A using the formula. So the cosine of 2A, cosine of double angle, is the cosine squared of A minus the sine squared of A. So what is the cosine of A? Well, right here, cosine of A is negative 3/5. So this is negative 3/5 squared, right? Minus, and what is the sine of A? 4/5 squared. So the cosine of 2A is the cosine of regular A squared minus the sine of regular A squared, which is minus 3/5 squared minus 4/5 squared, which is 9/25 positive, right? Because you square that negative sign becomes positive, minus 16/25. I just squared the numbers there. If you subtract that, you get minus 7/25, right? 9 minus 16. I just did 9 minus 16. Minus 7/25. We already have a common denominator, so we just leave it minus 7/25. And so there we go.